Why tracking calories are not beneficial for fat loss. Before people in the comments start roasting me, let me explain myself. I'm not saying tracking calories is a total waste of time. It is beneficial parts like peace of mind, knowing how many calories you should eat in a day, accountability, etc. I'm gonna show some photos of me how lean I was. These two pictures show I was 144 lean. I tracked every single calorie, every microgram, every gram, and guess what? I still wasn't eating enough. I was feeling like shit. The only that was helping me, it was my caffeine intake, which was about 500 to even 600 milligrams of caffeine, sometimes even 900 milligrams of caffeine to keep me awake. I'm shocked that I was hospitalized during this time of tracking calories to the gram, like a bodybuilder or etc. Tracking calories do have its place, like knowing the calories you should eat to begin a fat loss phase, or just to have the calories to realize how many calories you should be eating to not gain or lose fat. That is a great example. But the reason why calories are a con, in my opinion, of actually losing body fat, I used to be 255 plus, all the way to 144 and now bulking up again, is the addicting part of it. The addicting part is tracking calories. You have to weigh everything you eat. You can't have a piece of that or this. You have to be careful what you eat, or you have to actually recognize what are you eating. That is the worst con I can imagine, just being ridiculously accountable for every single thing you eat because you're too scared to gain 1 pound on a scale. And now these days in 2024, we know scale doesn't really mean shit. We shouldn't really understand that. We should understand that you could actually get leaner by eating more calories. You could actually feel better, being better by eating or bulking on the calorie range. I'm only actually 16 years old. I've been doing this very young, at 13 when I was 250, like I said, until 16. Then I start tapering off with tracking calories. Tracking calories can be good and beneficial for you, but it is a lot more cons, like stress is a major one. I was stressful. I had to get home, pull out my phone, put it in the certain area so I can put every single gram, every single thing into my fitness pal. Then I had to go back, cook the food, then I had to clean the dishes. It's too much work, especially if you're busy and juggling a job and kids, etc., trying to cook food for them. It's very stressful. The only time I would only recommend tracking calories is if you're a nutrition coach trying to learn your clients, learning their eating habits, etc. If tracking calories is not a total big deal, or you're just doing it for a short period of time to have accountability for yourself. But cons for long-term success is not great. I mean, mentally, physically, if you want to keep going, do it, go right ahead. But I won't suggest it for myself. Also, tracking calories can limit yourself how much you could eat, which could be good or bad how you see it. For me, I see it bad. Because if you're limiting yourself, most likely that calorie range is actually not suitable for you. You'd probably be typically scared to bulk up. People who typically use calories or calorie apps like I did or etc. is trying to lose weight. And once they lose weight, they try to have a lower amount of calories, or they're trying to reverse diet, etc., but too scared to gain weight on the scale. And people who typically track calories are probably weighing themselves, etc., taking progress pictures, even though they don't have to, and they're in great physical shape. Calorie tracking can be very limitational, very hard to keep up in the future. It's just pretty much ridiculous, unless you want to be that type of dude that wants to be seen more accountable than your friend. Then go right ahead. I know a lot of people are gonna give me hate on this video, but I'm really in two sides. I used to track calories like a crazy person. I tracked it here and there, everywhere. I bring a scale to a restaurant. I know how it is. But now, since I realized I stopped tracking calories, stopped weighing myself, I feel so much better. Less responsibility in a sense. It's not good or bad responsibility, it's just less responsibility, so I can do more things, like making better quality videos, being less stressed, putting food in my mouth like an apple, then tracking a 60-calorie apple and thinking that's going to gain me body fat or etc. So this is a quick little video, quick little discussion. Calories can be good in the short term, just knowing your baseline, and or bulking up or etc. But honestly, calories do not matter. It is 20 to 25% error. The FDA allows it. The study here shows how it's inaccurate. The pros and cons I just listed is right there. This is my history and my opinion of tracking calories, etc. This is how I did, and how I'm just giving a little warning. unless you're trying to find someone's calories or trying to help somebody out or trying to show how to do this and that and make good healthy food decisions, that really just matters to you. If you want the accountability source, tracking calories can be good. Even for me, I like accountability. But if you're to a certain point that you already track a shit ton of calories throughout your day and have the accountability, maybe it's not the calorie problem or accountability, it's just a trust problem. Maybe you just feel uneasy of tracking calories, and that could be actually a bad thing itself. So I just suggest just make good healthy food decisions, trying to figure this out, and that's